Oh my gosh, I feel like I have so much that I need to like explain to go back 4 years to explain like my anxiety disorder and what it's like being a young mom, and just talk about how Matt and I met and C-sections and my jobs and raising my kids and just so much stuff. So it's kind of like overwhelming starting this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have done this a long time ago, but I never got to it. And let me think. So basically, Matt and I met when I was 17, and we met in July of 2010. And we didn't start dating until August 4th, 2010. So that is our dating anniversary. We did get engaged, but that was not until April 8th, 2011. And our relationship was very quick moving. I got pregnant in October, right after we started dating, so only like 2 months into us dating. Psh, I know. And I didn't find out I was pregnant until November 20th, and that was like life-changing. And then also, before all of this stuff started, my mom had a heart attack on July 24th, 2010, and that was why I stopped talking to Matt, because I was like very anxious and afraid of losing my mom and stuff. That's when all my anxiety really just like hit the roof, and I started having my problems. And then on top of that, let me think. Oh my gosh, I should like write this stuff down so I can explain it better. But yeah, so I went to an alternative school as soon as I found out I was pregnant. Thankfully, my mom survived her heart attack. She's still alive today, 4 years later, and she's doing good. And I'm so thankful that she's here. And my mom is a teacher, and so when she found out I was pregnant, which did not go very well, but when she did, she figured out how to get me into an alternative school program, so I wouldn't have to walk around high school pregnant my senior year, because I was terrified of that. And so I graduated high school January of 2011, and I started working for a military couple, and I watched their 2 girls. And what else happened? That was when we got our own place. We got engaged April 8th, 2011, and May something, we moved out into our own first apartment, and it was a 2-bedroom apartment, and we liked it a lot. It was very empty and bare because it was our first apartment. And what else? I don't know. Oh, this is something kind of ironic. My mom had her heart attack on July 24th, and that was my due date to have my daughter. So that was kind of crazy, because when my mom had her heart attack, I prayed to God, swear on my life this is true, and I prayed that she would not pass away until she was a grandmother, because my dream was always to have children and be able to share that joy with her. And so, ironically, that was Natalie's due date, but she came a little bit early via C-section, and I had her July 15th, 2011, and she is now 3 years old. And there's been a lot that has happened since then, but I'm not going to emphasize on it. I don't want to like give out too much information, but that is how things started and got pretty hectic and crazy. So yeah, in my next video, I'm actually going to talk about my mom's symptoms of her heart attack, also where it happened, how it happened, her treatment plan, how I responded to it, and my other 3 siblings, and what her health is like today, 4 years later, and just how that started my anxiety and what my anxiety symptoms are, because they actually go back to her heart attack, and it's crazy how anxiety works. She had a heart attack, and when my anxiety got really bad, I started having heart palpitations and chest pain, which made me feel like I'm having a heart attack at like freaking 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. And it's pretty terrifying, so I'm going to go and talk about how anxiety can really affect you physically, and how your brain just like really messes with you when you have these bizarre beliefs and are struggling with them. So hopefully you guys are interested in watching my next video, where I just go into more detail about my mom having her heart attack, and that whole story in itself is terrifying, but hopefully I can get through talking about it. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye. See you later. Turn off.